As you can watch that majestic pose right in front of the Peace Palace. The Hague was a real visit. We really enjoyed it. First, we started with the old palace behind the king's table, and there we got a lot of information about the provinces of Holland, and then into the mall to catch a little bit of warmth. It was really, really, really cold. And there we took a walk across the parliament past the politicians' offices. It was quite a political a political scene. And then we walked past the embassy street where we saw all these kind of embassies all over the world, the American embassy, the I don't know the what, and I managed to see also the Kenyan embassy. That was cool. That was cool to see our flag out there, and I was interested in also other countries. I look at the consulate offices, the flags, and then it was such a. I mean, I lost such valuable videos. That was something to really watch. So it's sad talking about them, and then there's nothing to show for it. That's pretty sad. But I'll have something to talk about this particular scene that we have here. Look at the memory of these valuable pictures that were left behind that I never lost. At least it gives us an image about even, I mean, it gives you a picture of this kind of narration. So I felt so sad anyway after having lost these things. And then right at the front of the Peace Palace, we found, I mean, at the back before we came there, we found a Kenyan restaurant, and we thought we were gonna have a bite in it. Guess what? It was closed, and all I could see is bottles of Tusker displayed on some nice Maasai arts. But it was not open. It was kind of like a restaurant that operates online, so you kind of like order your foods and they're delivered. And that was pretty strange. Yet they had a good display out there. So we went on to visit the Peace Palace. That was the most memorable visit ever I ever had. It was fun. And then outside at the exit, there was actually, we had quite a lot of fun with Debbie there, a lot of fun. Um, there's a monument that is built, and it shows how the each country is represented in the Peace Palace. And there is a torch which burns 24 hours ever since. It never goes off. And I was just wondering how much fuel goes on this thing. It burns and it burns and it burns. And in the flame, there is a map that indicates Having gone through several days in Holland, the memories of Paris still could not go out of my mind. I mean, this is a vast difference between two countries, the French and the Dutch. And this time round, I was getting into a new language, a new culture, a new behavior. And as a pilgrim, I mean, it's pretty exciting, and I couldn't remove also Paris at the back of my mind. The can of Jack Daniels and cola, who you can get ooh, upside my head, oops, upside my head. And restaurant offered all sorts of drinks. I mean, you take whatever you want, beer, tea, I don't know, soda, that string cola, and there was no limit to it. As long as you bought food, you could just go drink and drink and drink and drink more. And what excited me was the bag that was brought in front of us with all sorts of the assorted teas, so you could pick any one of them. And then this also reminded me about the luxury at the airport, where I was, sitting and gathering myself to, prepare how I'm going to walk out of the airport and find out the same feeling almost came in this. in this restaurant, you feel kind of like relaxed. It's like you're reorganizing yourself. And yeah, this made me almost promise one day I'll have to visit Nigeria. Go, you'd see greenhouse after greenhouse, production of food and food and food, no piece of land wasted. This was a challenge for me, because if you drive like from between Nairobi to Mombasa, there's a huge chunk of land that is just wasted. Nothing is planted. This one, I saw none, not a piece was left as a wasteland. Everywhere was spent up and producing something. Close, but I wasn't still yet missing home. Yeah, Holland was getting better and better. Palace to the Erasmus University, we were now warm again after the coffee. As winter going out, now the body was warm. We checked into a supermarket and we got some fresh Dutch sandwiches. Oh, those sandwiches were good. They were really, really good. And then we took again another walk and went to the main station, and we watched how complicated the trains come in and out and the traffic. I mean, it was quite an interesting thing to do. And then in Sweden there is a sale of that normally comes with snacks, and churros are being sold. My grandchildren are pretty crazy about it, and donuts. Now, these were very, very special donuts. And this video, I really, really cried when I lost it because it really meant a lot to me. Because as soon as this thing rocks, the whole street, everybody ran for it. And I think those donuts are special. I mean, it's like we got some, me and Debbie, and they were amazing. They were amazing. The reason why we bought what we bought in my country, there is something special between mandazi and and half cake. We call it kaimati. So this is what we found that they were selling, but it's dipped in chocolate. so so as nature calls, we were so tight, we needed a toilet, and strange enough, the the Hague does not have public toilets like the design we have in Sweden, where you move a few inches here, you find one there. Some of them you pay a few coins and then you enter. That place is wide and there's no public toilets. So the only thing we had to do was to look for an emergency restaurant. So we first took a hike to the Erasmus University, where Debbie has been studying, and the emergency of using toilet just disappeared because we met a very interesting scene. We were welcomed with a set of stairs into the university, and all sorts of languages. I saw Swedish there, I saw English there, I saw all sorts of Arabic, I saw Swahili, there was Karibu there. I mean, all sorts of languages represented in the stairs as we enter the university. And guess what? In the administration block, I got a hit. This shocked me absolutely. I met a Dutch lady speaking Sheng, and I got so confused, and speaking also, I think Lu. That mixed me up, and her Sheng was deep, and it was like yeye ni mtu wa mtaa, ametoka sijui upande wa Kahawa West, and all that. Well, we were at the Kenyan restaurant at the tram station, where I broke the detergent and kept people sweeping. I tried helping because in Sweden, when you make a mess, you get involved yourself. But they told me, no, 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 you don't have to do that. So there, from the owner of the restaurant, he managed to introduce me to a very, very marvelous guy who ended up being a real good friend. And we hooked up, and immediately we clicked up, and he came up with an idea that we have to go to Rotterdam. And it found that we had gone to Rotterdam before in one of the quick moves. and I'd met some people there, but we didn't take much of videos. I think it was we were having a child, and the movement was a lot, and people were not settled there. But we had, yeah, we sat in a restaurant, and it was just like a yeah, a quick one. So he said, no, this time round we have to go to Rotterdam and have a real tour of the place, and see the thing. But it ended up being that major tour. Rotterdam is big. I think it's the second largest city in the Netherlands. And we were there, and our destination was to get a Nigerian restaurant. Removing the African in us was very, very difficult. And we hooked up, and we took a bus. We took a bus to. Now, I met very, very intelligent Kenyans. I mean, they're out there for greener pastures. They're looking for jobs out there. And I felt so sad, so sad. I mean, this is now a personal feeling that is coming from me. I felt so sad because I met such skillful people. Two of them were lawyers, and they were talking about being jobless in Kenya and also jobless in Europe. Okay, the one of them was pretty offended about doing this unprofessional job. So, some opinion that if at all can get kind of like a professional job where you can practice law in a in an official manner, but there are no such opportunities. I mean, I think they have to study and get into the legal system of the European or the EU. I don't know, in order to meet the standard, and those kind of. But talking to them, it was so amazing. I'd never met such intelligent people. It was so amazing talking to them, and I cried how Kenyans are losing. I used to hear brain drain and people going away, intellectuals, but this time round I experienced it. I mean, I just fell in love with some of them. I just fell in love. To be truthful, I was disturbed, and then we ended up into this Nigerian restaurant, and the Kenyan in us made people start asking for things. But I myself in the Nigerian restaurant, I got myself red tilapia and plantain. That's what I thought was a bit safe for me because I'm a bit afraid of snails. Hit the streets out here. There's a time you really your eyes can't escape watching anything. A Swedish thing, and I really got excited when I see this kind of old subs, but yet in very very mint conditions, almost like new. Yet they are. I mean, this is awesome. I thought this was great. Anything good comes to an end. Anything that has a beginning normally has an end. And ending this journey was one of the most sad moments for me. I started falling in love with Holland, and I had missed a lot of things. It was one of my intentions to visit the the cafes where they legally sell cannabis and all those kind of things, just to see what happens, because I've only been hearing about them. I had not had the opportunity to really sit in them and check out their menus. There were a lot more things which I had been told about Holland, which I had not yet seen. Our each and every day was packed with action here and there, and we felt like a large family out there. And uh, leaving Holland was really sad. And I remember we sat very late that night, and waking up in the morning, I was already late because of the public transport system there, and we had to call in a Uber. And this Uber, my phone was the memory was full. It was spoiled. I couldn't take any more videos, and I couldn't download this Uber thing, and oh, it was all trouble. Then eventually, a friend helped us, and the so-called taxi came, and it was so unfortunate. This taxi man, he came on time and he rushed. He managed to get me there on time.